good day, ladies and gentlemen. You are here on Fired Up Live. It is Wednesday. We have not been with you all week. There's good reason for it. A lot of different reasons, but a big reason is that Lisa, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
Of course you are. That's fine. You love to air everybody's laundry out.
Right. She had major surgery. She had
No, I did not. Stop.
brain surgery.
I did not have brain surgery.
Fell on her head. No. No, she had wisdom teeth pulled.
Yes, I had all 4 wisdom teeth pulled, which is why I'm not going to be on camera today alongside Rich. I am completely unrecognizable. So.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. As long as you're in the background there to help.
I'm here producing. You got it.
She's here. She's doing it. She's doing her thing. Committed, ladies and gentlemen. She's committed. So listen, welcome to a Fired Up Live. I am in my office here in New Jersey. There is so much going on. I say this every day. There just is. There's always something happening, always something going down. When you're in business and you're running businesses, there's always a mountain of, I'll just say, there's always a mountain of shit that you have to dig through and get through. And that's not going to change. So we dig through it, and then we find some more mounds of it somewhere else. But, fired up about a few things. Of course, we have FedCon. Maybe some people are sick of hearing me talk about it. If you want to hear me stop talking about it, everyone get off this live right now and go get your tickets, and I'll shut up because we need to sell tickets. We have amazing sponsors coming through. We need attendees. We need people coming through. Listen, if you're watching, this is not just for food equipment industry people. I mean, if you're watching this is for businessmen and women, entrepreneurs, people that want to level up, people that want to grow their business, grow their brand, and understand, to do that, you have to be in rooms with people that are forward thinking and with leaders. And this is going to give you that opportunity. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking about it, I hope that just let you know, no matter where you are in the industry, whether you're in the industry or not, this is for you. Right there. It's going down in April. We had a really great turnout for the nomination for the tech, rising tech in your company. So we'll do that in a little bit. I don't know, Lisa, you want to do that now or you want to do that later?
We can do that now.
Want to just do it?
No problem, because I doubt that the technician is actually watching, because I'm sure they're all hard at work right now in the field. So we can always do the announcement right now, and then I'll shoot them an email.
Okay.
But yeah, so let's do that. I loaded up all the names into a name picker. So here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready. And just so if everybody knows, if you're watching or you're watching now on the replay, we had a promotion running for a rising technician in the industry, and you were able to nominate a technician to come to FedCon. And that was going to get you admission and also what, Lisa?
The 2 nights at the hotel.
2 nights at the hotel.
Yep.
So we had some nominations, which was great. So Lisa's going to spin the wheel, and we're going to find out who won that rising tech, and hopefully we'll be seeing them. So Lisa, whenever you do your thing.
Yeah, it's about to start. All right. Let's go. Who's going to win?
Who is going to win the rising tech? And that is going to be Troy Watson, ladies and gentlemen.
Troy Watson. And if I'm not mistaken, that was a nomination by Joshua Bridgewater.
Okay. Well, there you go. So Troy Watson, it's your lucky day, my friend. You are going to Scottsdale, Arizona. Joshua Bridgewater. Josh, if you're happen to watch this now or later, let Troy know. I guess we'll have to figure that out. We could any questions?
You have his email. That was part of the nomination. Everybody had to give me his email. So I will reach out to Troy. Congratulations.
We'll reach out to these guys and let them know. But that's amazing. So there's another attendee, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we're doing. We're looking to bring not just the food equipment industry together, but all, there's other industries that are at play here. If you're in the digital branding, digital space, If you're in the marketing space, listen, Craven Company is going to be there. You're going to come see Chelsea. She's going to be a part of a very important panel, I think, for what's going to be what the future is going to look like. And you need to start leveraging your content. And we're going to have that panel. Chelsea from Crave is going to be there. There's just a lot of reasons to go versus not. First of all, you're going to be at an amazing resort, Omni, Monte Lucia, Scottsdale, in beautiful Arizona in April. Great time of year. If you want to play golf, there's hundreds of golf courses in the area. So you can set that up. And listen, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to be rocking FedCon, but the weekend before, the weekend after, like I said, I'm staying the whole week. So I look forward to hanging out with some of you after the event ends. But we'll talk a little bit more about FedCon in a little bit before we get off this live. Every day it's like, what are we going to go live about? What are we fired up about? Last week we had two great guests with Yassine from Origo and Matt Wheeler over at Kason. And we'll definitely look to bring some more guests on. If you're interested in jumping on a live, please reach out. We'd love to have you. Let's talk about what's going on in your world. Maybe you got something you want to get off your chest. Maybe you want to vent about something. This is a great place to do it. Come and get fired up. And so looking at today's date, we talk about change. We talk about one of the quotes of the year for us, right? When we were talking about this was Jesus. Do you ever just lose your complete train of thought, Lisa?
Yes, but I remember what the date was, the page that you were looking at.
No, I got that, but I was going to say that I think it was John Maxwell, the quote we were saying, change is inevitable. That's what I was looking. Change is inevitable, but growth is optional. Change is inevitable, growth is optional. But yes, so we were talking about today's date in this book that we have for strategy. You must want change for it to occur. Think about that. You must want change for it to occur. We can't just sit here and say, yeah, I want to change, and then do nothing about it. We have to want it. So I'm going to read this from the book Vitamin B. The first day I began implementing the Rockefeller habits at National Link, the wireless company I founded when and was running, taught me a lot, especially one crucial fact. You must want change for change to occur. For business leaders, one of two conditions must exist to exact real change. You either need to be so frustrated with your business that you don't want to be around it anymore, or you're fearful of missing an opportunity. This was from the author. My inspiration happened in 2005 when I attended the Birthing of Giants program at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. It was then I realized I was holding my company back because I was a dictator. That's when I knew I had to change. I had to get out of my own way and let my team members help me build the business. At Petra Coach, we ask our clients, are you frustrated or scared about where your business is going? And we let them know that if they aren't scared and frustrated, then they are not sufficiently inspired. Change won't happen unless you want it to. It's good to read. And I'd like to be as honest as possible on these fired ups when I'm here with you guys and gals. You either need to be so frustrated with your business that you don't want to be around it anymore. I ask that of anyone in business right now. Are you now, or have you ever been in a place where you're so frustrated with your business that you just don't want to be around it anymore? Me. And it's not that you don't love the business. It's not that you don't love, the ins and outs of it. It's not that you don't love building it. There's just things that come into play, I think, that bring that frustration upon you. But I'm also at the same time every day looking for opportunities. You're fearful of missing that opportunity. There's a reason why I'm constantly connected on media channels throughout the day, the week, the month, the year. That's why you always see me popping up in your feed, because I know there's opportunities around every bend. And if I'm not present, might go to the next person. I don't want these opportunities to go to the next person. And at the same time, I'm so frustrated with this business, I don't want to be around it anymore. And it's really, really a really strange place to be I just turned, talking about this, I just turned 40, and it's, I feel like this is the most important decade of my life for sure, in business, and personally. Honestly, this is a super important decade, and I don't want to rush it. I don't want I don't want to be 50 anytime soon. Um, but yeah, I think this was a really an interesting. By the way, but back to the vitamin B for business. Um, and it's a day by day thing. It gives you something every day. And it's interesting that's what today is, because this has been a challenging start to the week. It's Wednesday already. The week's moving, and I can only talk from my experiences and what I have been through and what I know. We have the acquisition of Service Masters in New York. We have Malachi in New Jersey. Um, you know, they are one company, and yet they're not, which is tough, which is a little frustrating in itself, because there's various reasons for that. If you want to know all the full reasons, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to chat off the air. And it's not that it's a long, long, long story. It'll definitely be in the book one day. But there's things I'm in the middle of a succession plan with my father, my sister, and I for Malachi. So there's some stipulations and things in there that we had to play. We make sure we go by the book. We do everything by the book here. So we have to keep it separate. That's super frustrating to me. It's been very frustrating, and as I'm trying to align the companies to work, in a symbiotic way, it's been tough. It's been frustrating. We've made some really big key decisions in the last few weeks. Some decisions that were kind of lingering in my mind, especially at the end of last year. But it's really I feel like we have to make some moves to be able to, we don't want to lose the level of service that we provide, especially, when you look at Malachi, I feel like we provide a high level of service here. And I want to bring everything that we've been doing here to the New York side. And, there's just a lot of balls in the air right now trying to figure out what's going to be the best route so we can keep things moving, keep generating the revenue, keep knocking down calls. We don't want to miss a beat. It's very hard to miss a beat in the service industry. You miss a couple of beats, you're in trouble. And, managing people, getting people on the same path, on the same vision, it is very, very challenging. But it's going to go back to trying to be the best leader you can be. And I can read as many books as I want. I could read as many quotes as I want. When you get down into the nitty gritty of it all, you just got to navigate the best you can. And that's what I'm really doing right now. So it's I would say I'm pretty fired up right now about that statement, and I love it. And I love it because it kind of makes me feel like, hey, you know what? You're not alone. I didn't create this statement. And I'm going to say it again. You either need to be so frustrated with your business that you don't want to be around it anymore, or you're fearful of missing an opportunity. And that's what we're saying, the two conditions that have to exist if you want to have real change happen around you and your business. So I would say both of those things are 100% on. And I think we're going to figure it out. No, I know we're going to figure it out because that's what we do. And it also says here too, which is so tremendously on point, about being the dictator. You have to get out of your own way and let your team help you build the business. And yeah, I think I've done a much better job at that in the last several years, 4 years at least now, in doing that. And I look at my dad, and my dad couldn't do it. He couldn't give it all up. Even when he kind of stepped away from the service desk and the day-to-day, he was still kind of there looking over, and he couldn't let it go completely. It was a really, really, really hard thing for him to do. And I understand more now than I've ever understood, because it was his. He built this from the ground up. Every brick, there's blood, sweat, and tears in every brick in this building. And the buildings that he had before that, and the apartment building and the kitchen that he started in. Those things run deep, and it's tough to let go. But I do know that I didn't want to be my dad. I learned what to do from him. I learned what not to do from him. And I'm a trusting person until you show me show me reason I shouldn't. So I trust you. You walk in these doors, we sit down, you come join the team. I trust you wholeheartedly until you've done something to prove me wrong. And I think when you give people the benefit of the doubt, most people are really gonna shine. And I've had a really unbelievable, I don't know if you want to call it luck, but I've been very blessed with great people to help me put this thing together. I guess the guy that's in the seat like me, CEO or president, whatever you want to call it. We're the ones who go to these conferences and get the awards and do all this stuff. Not that I get any awards. I don't get any awards. But, when you see it out there, they're the ones getting the awards. But those awards are attached to either 5 people, 10 people, 60 people, 500 people behind you that are making you look really good every day. And that's the truth. So I know that. I'm super aware of that. I get to travel to conferences. I get to speak in different places. I get to put on a FedCon. I get to do a lot of different things because I've empowered people and I've trusted them. So I know we've changed a lot here over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And we're going to keep changing. We're going to keep figuring it out. I know I'm going to have my days. I'm going to have my moments. But I still show up. I still come in. I still do what I got to do. Maybe I'm not going to be as productive today that I will be tomorrow. Who knows? But I'm gonna keep going. I'm not going to stop. And I think that's important for everyone.
I just wanted to mention that it's funny that was today's, I guess, message in that book today, because everyone was freaking out about 2/22/22, right? And apparently the meaning of that date was major change. I feel like it's always major change. Like that's always what things like that mean. But hey, maybe 2/22/22 was a good date for you to flip that switch and care about change.
Maybe all these calendar dates, right? I mean, there's always these like the Mayan calendar in 2012. All these things, Y2K, 1999 into 2000, like all these, everything's going to change. There's going to be this disruption, and nothing ever happens, Lisa.
Well, no, we're going to make it happen.
But I will tell you this: as sure as the sun rose today, I know it's going to rise tomorrow, and there ain't a date on the calendar that's going to change that in my mind. And listen, the moon's going to be in the sky tonight, and the calendar pages are going to keep ripping off, and what we do with those days and the mornings and the nights and everything in between, that is what matters the most. So I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's a great. This is a great question if you're watching now or on the playback, or even if you just want to get into a discussion. 2 conditions must exist for change. You either need to be so frustrated with your business that you don't want to be around it anymore, or you're fearful of missing an opportunity. Talk to me about that, ladies and gentlemen. Taz, it was a major change for me too. Change is inevitable. Change is inevitable, my friend. And looking at FedCon, looking at the Fed group, looking at what we're trying to do here. I mean, this is new. People are still trying to wrap their heads around it. Everything was new once. And so was Facebook. Amazon was new. eBay, Instagram, all these things were new at one point where, people could have said, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing and they don't know what they're doing. And look what happened to them. So, as we build what FedCon is going to be, it's going to be much bigger than, the dream and the goals are much bigger than what we're seeing here at the ground level. And that's why I would love to see more people get involved and jump in and start participating in the community on Facebook. Get your tickets, come to FedCon, see what it's all about. There's inspirational stuff going on. There's knowledge and sharing. There's networking. There's, there's people there that are, if you're forward thinking, that are thinking like you and are trying to figure out what to do next and how we're going to strategize for that. These are the places in the rooms that I want to be in. I think these are the places in the rooms you should want to be in as well. You're looking to take things to the next level. You're not going to do that by just sitting in your office and consuming content. I'm happy that you're consuming. If you're consuming my content and you're enjoying it, I appreciate that. But at some point, you're going to have to come out from behind the monitor, get out there and start doing some things. And if you haven't been out in a while, maybe this is the first one that gets you back out into the pool and test the waters, because it's going to be a really, really, really amazing conference. Really great people. Great keynotes. Josh Zolan, we were talking about labor shortage out there. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing him talk about that, because how do we retain employees, right? In theory, you could think about all these different things, but what really keeps people? Josh is going to talk about it. He's been seeing a lot of great growth, and and we've been seeing some great growth on our end, on a smaller scale, but we've been seeing some really great growth on our end with just adding good people to the team, not just customers. Employees are the lifeblood of the business. So, I think there's a lot to be grateful for and a lot to be fired up about in 2022. And I think the governor here, Lisa, just so you know, I think he just made an announcement that he's going to have his very, very last coronavirus COVID briefing tomorrow or Friday or something like that. And he will no longer be giving briefings because as he says, we are moving past the pandemic into the endemic. I think he said the endemic. It's ending. I think he said something like that. So we're moving forward. The world's moving forward. There'll be a new normal. I would say, I don't think, people will still wear masks in some places, I'm sure. If you want to wear a mask, why not? Hand sanitizers and all that stuff. I think we're all going to be more conscious of our health, more conscious of our surroundings. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? So we're all getting back to it, ladies and gentlemen. Get your tickets and get back to it. Go to fedcon.com, see what's going to be going on there. Reach out, ask us questions. We've got some major announcements for some big sponsorships, some platinum sponsorships that we are going to be announcing. I don't know if it's this week, maybe next week. But we also, we can make an announcement now that Partstown's jumped in.
Yes.
So Partstown is going to be a bronze sponsor this year. So we thank Partstown, all of our partners over there. So yeah, you'll be seeing some different things on our lives. Just very grateful for everybody and appreciative for all the support. So I'm going to take this one down, Lisa. I think we're at a place to end, and I'm going to get back to doing some things here. There's a lot to do, but again, grateful for the people around me. If you have great people around you, make sure you let them know. Every day. So we're taking down the fired up, Lisa. I hope you are getting through this, the pain and the suffering. Anyone out there, make sure you send Lisa a message to tell her to get well soon. We wish you to get well. And that's it. So I don't know if we're going live again tomorrow. I think we should try to do one or two more this week, and the week strong. If not, stay well. Make the rest of this day count. See you at FedCon.